Hey, it's Professor Josh. Welcome back for another video. Today, I have some NFT news. Yes, some drop news that's been going on. And what do you think about the latest drop that's coming up? I need to know your feelings. And I gotta unbox all the Funime. Yes, the Funime. I got all of them. We need to unbox those, so stick around. Alright, so we got some drop news this week. Of course, we already heard earlier in the month we have 2 drops coming for December. We heard about a festival of fun, and that one's Freddy's Winter Railroad, which is it going to be trains? We wonder, but that's not coming until later in the month, because earlier in the month we already have been announced that it's going to be It's Sunny in Philadelphia. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. TV show a lot of people are fans of. I haven't really watched much of it. I've seen a couple episodes here and there. I'm not the hugest fan, but the surprise is when we saw the number of packs. So, of course, Droppp announced, just before what all the redeemables are. And there's, I guess, some alright ones. I don't know a lot of the characters that well. I think some people are excited about this, but I don't think it's excited about having 16,000 standard packs and 19,000 premium packs. This is almost close to the last drop that we just had, which was the Batman 85 Villains line, which definitely has a lot of fan base, a lot of popularity in our Funko community. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's much more niche, and it's kind of interesting that they're doing such a big drop. I figured this might be a 12,000... 13,000 of each pack, and still might have a burn. I'm scared for this for drop. I guess it could be a good thing for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia collectors, because there could be a burn of up to 60% of these, I think. So I think, if it goes beyond that, that'll be even crazier. But if it's 50 or 60%, that's a lot of burn that's going to happen with these. And that also means there's going to be a lot lower numbers. So all these numbers will be cut in half. So your Grail will be like 500 or less. It could be even less than that. Who knows right now, but I think it was a little ambitious of them doing a drop like this. Let me know in the comments if you're excited about them, or is this a pass? This is actually a pass for me. They don't pass on too many, but it really isn't something I'm excited at all about. And I don't think also the aftermarket, like even if I bought them and wanted to sell them, I don't know if it's there. Like, I haven't heard a lot of requests for them as pops, or heard about like a lot of people saying, oh, they're missing more of these, because they've had some that have come out. So I'm really kind of curious about how that's going to go. But that's not all the news that we have here from Droppp this week. There are some great things. Droppp has done a really good job of communicating things. If you haven't been on their Discord, that's a really great place to get updates from them. Plus, they put it out, of course, on their social media and other places as well. Sometimes they'll send emails out about things and things like that. But on their Droppp Discord, they put out a little update about Transformers Series 2. So this is update about shipping on several items, which is really good. I think companies need to stay on top of this, especially these are kind of like a pre-order, if in a sense, in a way, because you're redeeming them and then you gotta wait for them. But they've been faster and faster. But Transformers Series 2, they let us know early on, a lot of their shipment came in damaged, and it wasn't up to their, wanting to ship it out to customers, which is great, because everyone would go nuts if damaged ones came to them straight from the factory. It wasn't like your box got crushed by a weight set someone ordered in UPS and crushed your box. Something like that. So Transformers, it sounds like they should be arriving in the next week or two, be able to ship out in December, which is great. So if you're expecting those for maybe a Christmas gift for someone, holiday gift for someone, or you just really want those Transformer pops, I know I got a bunch coming, so I'm super excited about those. Star Wars is another one that actually came before several of these drops, including Funime. I think before April Fool's Series 2, we've unboxed some of those. Things like that. A lot of those have already been shipped. Star Wars, of course, is coming in those larger pop forms, those 6-inch forms, which I think has thrown off their shipping process in general. Hopefully also they didn't see damage and stuff like that, but I think it changes their whole shipping process. They have to get new types of boxes, figure out how many they can ship at once, and all those good things. So they're saying they're going to try to get them out for December. but possibly it might not be to January. So hopefully you're not saving those for a Christmas gift or holiday gift for someone, because there's a good chance they might not get to you before January. So 2025 Star Wars is coming. I'm excited. I got several of those coming. I think I got the whole set at least, and then plus more. So I'm excited about unboxing those for you and checking them out of box as well too, because I really want to see how they do. I don't know if they'll do many more 6 inches like that too. Like I said, it throws off everything. You can't order the pop protectors with it. I had to order vaulted vinyl, and I ordered actually a couple of the $7 a pop pop shield armors, actually, for 6-inch ones. I ordered some of those as well too for those. So there's some good options you could get, but that's another one. Also, I did not get this one from the Funime line. And this is why I can unbox the rest of the set for you. I did not get the Battle Mech Freddy. So I did not get the Battle Mech Freddy. That is a 10-inch pop. They had a lot of them. They kind of hold shipment because they need to order replacements. Now, it's only, what, $4.99, right? So 499 of them max, but they must have had enough damage in their shipment that they kind of had to hold off on those, which is kind of, sad to hear for those people waiting for those ones. I know the other stuff has shipped out. Those will probably ship out separately anyways. They don't really go along with the other boxes of stuff, so I could see that's why they're shipping out. 2 packs they probably could ship in the boxes they have now, things like that. I think you'll see a lot more of that kind of stuff than the odd shapes, because it becomes a lot more logistic for them to figure out how to do that. But it sounds like we expect them to ship in December, though. But they had a large amount of them. But hopefully, since it's such a small group, it's not thousands of each one. It's a small group of the 10-inch ones. And hopefully they had some that were okay, that they could get some of those out. So, kind of cool to see them communicate some of those updates. I'm really curious about how the drop's going to go in December there after Thanksgiving week, because they're taking a break. Then you come back, It's Always Sunny has been announced, so not next week, but the week after is when that one's going to drop. So I'm curious how that one does. I think there's going to be a big burn. I really do. It's going to be a hard sell, I think, for that mini pack, for that type of line. I think it would have been great for maybe a 12,000 pack max, and then still there might have been some burn. But who knows? I mean, if it burns, it burns. It's digital, luckily for that, and hopefully that means then they can place their order and get stuff in, kind of good estimate numbers based on what they possibly could have for the full number. All right. And this is a good reason why also we've stressed several times before, and I say every time they survey you, if you get a drop survey and get some information from them, stress, we need the actual number on the stickers when they come. I think that would be huge for them to actually put that on there. I think everyone's been asking that for such a long time, and especially when they took so long to get them, I thought that was like the easy do kind of thing, because it was almost like 6 months to a year in between when actually it closed out. Not even the snapshot taken and then getting them. It seemed like it was about 6 months away or more sometimes, but it's been better. It's been pretty quick. Example, these are great ones. The snapshot's been taken. I can't wait to open some of these up and find out what ones we got here to show you, because it's Funime time. They did a really good job with Freddy, Franny, and Proto in all of these. I'm excited about several of these. These all are going to stay in my collection, but I did get some bonus ones of these. So I have seen a couple of them. Of course, I opened some other stuff out, but I have not checked any of these out of box yet. So this is my own personal set that I want to take out of box. I want to check these out with you, and we can see what these look like. But I think they did a really good job with the molds on these. I think in person, these molds look amazing. Like, I think some people slept on some of the ones that they're like not as interested in. Ultimate Freddy is a great example, but that one is actually metallic. But this one, oh man, I love this mold. So this is such a good mold here. So Kitsune, mask, Franny here. Look at that. The mask, but look at the flowers in her hair and how they did their hair. The back here with, oh man, they did such a good job with the details. I love the details on this Franny. So this Franny they did excellent with. I think this is a really good one to have in your collection. So I'm excited about having this in my collection. Definitely one to keep for myself. All right, so next up here, let's see what one we got. This one was the one I was just talking about too. So this is Ultimate Freddy. Ultimate Freddy is the royalty, so you had to collect the common, uncommon, rare, and epics, which were pretty actually easy to get. They weren't too expensive, also, if you needed to finish the set, but also if you wanted to grab this, even when the coins were redeemed, it wasn't too bad. But it is metallic, and this metallic looks awesome. Of course, it says 2,500. Do you think it was actually 2,500? No. All right, so our royalty, and you know, a lot of people ask, where do you find this information at? So I actually find it on their Discord here. I'll show you an example on the screen here. But again, this one is 1,804 only redeemed out of 2,500. So that's quite a few not redeemed for this one. And that's why I said that sticker can make a big difference, especially, I think royalties, it probably makes the biggest difference. But imagine lines like the Disney one, the Disney, some of the Disney ones, especially that first one, where that Minnie Mouse is probably one of the lower Disney pieces out there. So that's kind of cool. But this metallic looks amazing on this one. I love, I don't know if that's like a blast coming from his arms or what, but it almost kind of looks like the Mech Freddy a little bit, but then has some other features. But the metallic on the cape, on the helmet, it is such a good job with the paint job on this one. It looks so clean. It looks really good. I'm excited about this one. Now, I will say with the royalty one, kind of like this one, this is probably the farthest from it. The most others ones are pretty close to what actually the numbers are. It's not that far off, but this royalty one is definitely the farthest one off in this set. You know, so I won't probably mention every number, what the difference is, but I'll pop it up on screen so you can see it. But it's so close on the other ones, it's not as big of a deal. But this royalty is a huge deal, I think, when it's that far off from the original number that was supposed to be. All right, let's see what's next up here in the lineup. Let's see what we can find out. I'm hoping it's something. Oh, it's another Franny. We're back to Franny. Went to Freddy, then we're back to Franny. Maybe we'll go back to Freddy. So I think the other two are Freddy's, and then we have our Grail Proto coming up. But this one, again, like I said, these are like 94, 95% redeemed. So really close, where Ultimate Freddy was 72% only redeemed. Check out those numbers on the Discord. Another place, a good place to check out. If you haven't checked out Pop in Stock before, it's another great place to check out, especially while you're looking at how many have been redeemed. If you want a guesstimate of numbers, if you decide you want to buy a Grail or buy something because it's going to be a lot lower than what the original numbers are, that's a good place to look and get an estimate on numbers, but also how many have been collected so far, at least. All right, so this is Celestial Franny. This is another really good one. This looks really good. I think it kind of looks like a Sailor Moon type. So each one kind of reminds me, of course, of different anime, but this reminds me of definitely Sailor Moon. I think if you check it out and you look at it, definitely one that I think is Sailor Moon fitting here. You definitely could call this Sailor Franny. So Sailor Franny here, definitely a cool one. I like this one. It's fun. I think the other one has a little more detail, but this one does look really good. And this is a second Franny in this set, which is kind of crazy to see two Frannys in this set. And we have, what, 3 Freddys in this set? 4, if you count the Battle Mech as well, too. So, and then, of course, we have only one Proto, which was the Grail, and I can't wait to unbox that. But we still got some more to unbox. Continues to be Freddy time now. Freddy time is, ooh, and I can tell because I can tell by the weight. I know it's not my Proto because that's the only one I added the stack to. The rest I didn't. I figured I could put them in my own protectors, but I wanted to get the stack for the Grail to keep it protected because definitely an awesome one. This one actually probably was one of the lowest ones for a long time. I still think it looks pretty good. It is FunForce, so FunForce Freddy, I kind of like in the back. You wondered if they were going to make the whole team there. That would have been a cool 3-pack for they could have done that for the Mythic maybe instead of the big 10-inch. Who knows? They kind of mixed it up. I think that's kind of what they changed it with the 2-pack last time. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. Check it out. All right. Definitely, again, this one was closer to the redemption numbers. I think this one was also the lowest to buy at the time. But it's kind of cool. If you look at his eyes, it's almost like, wow, he's super light too. This is probably the lightest one, maybe the less kind of accessories in that. But if you look at the eyes, I don't know if you can see it without getting like the yellow. It's almost like a honeycomb kind of style. I don't know. I love the little crown in the middle there, how it's done. He actually has a little gun on the side there if you look at him. So did a really good job with him. I think he looks good. I think the other ones just were so much better that this one was like kind of like the he's all right. You know, he's not like everyone's favorite out of that lineup, but I think definitely it's a cool one. And being a 2,000, a little less than 2,000 piece Freddy. I think you're about 1,800 or so, a little more than that Freddy. Pretty cool to have. All right. So our last legendary, I like this one a lot. Of course, this fits the anime line they did with a lot of different ones because, you can't have a line like Funime without someone eating noodles, and this is Freddy eating noodles here. So Freddy Funko eating noodles, and I love it because it has the little setup and everything. This one is going to look really good, I think, out of box. Can't wait to kind of unbox it here. Again, like I said, 90-some% were redeemed on these ones. I'll show you full numbers here, but they're really close this time with this one other than the royalty. So, it's a bigger difference when it's like only half of them are redeemed, or, still 1,000 less than what they originally thought, or a couple hundred, like 700, 800 less. That's a big deal. I love the hair on this Freddy. Oh, but it's great. I can't even notice like how the seat is and the sword on his back. You don't even notice that. So, it's great looking. I wonder what this says. Does anyone know what this says on here? I think that'd be really cool to see what that says. Does it say Funko or something else? And then he has the little crown on there. Of course, the crown on top. This one, I love the eating noodles pops. They look so good. So definitely a cool one to have in the collection. I like how the little table is and he's sitting at it. So good. I like that one. All right, it's time for our last one here. I can feel this one. This is definitely the Grail. Definitely heavy in the box here. So I like how they ship them now in 3 max. I think it keeps them pretty well shipped. Probably saves them money on shipping. There's probably a certain amount like to keep together and how they're gonna ship. And but I got this one in a stack, so we'll have to open this up and take it out of the pop stack. But it is Kaiju Proto. So he's gonna hang out with Godzilla probably. And I don't know who would win, Kaiju Proto or Godzilla. Who would win that battle? All right. This one didn't have the stickies on top, like the stickies to keep the top on. Usually they've been doing the stickers to keep the top on, I notice, which is kind of nice because sometimes these tops do pop up. This feels like nice and tight in there. This, of course, is 999 pieces. Now, I will say the Grail is really close. That 966 were redeemed, so it's not that far off. Like, you're crazy. You're unboxing that Grail. This one has to be unboxed. I'm sorry. You have to check this one out. Like, there is no, like, not checking out this one. And this is the only one I got. I actually didn't pull this from packs. I think I had to buy it. So it was one of those that, had to go back and buy. He's staying in my collection. I think this is such a good one. I love Godzilla. I love all kinds of, you've seen our video recently. We did some, of course, the Godzilla Chump. You might see him hanging around here with some of the minis and stuff like that. But this Godzilla Proto, or the Kaiju Proto. Really, it looks like Godzilla kind of looking, but I love the little building. You know, it'd be funny if one of these actually looked like Funko HQ. I think that would have been hilarious if they added that. But I love the shading on this even. Like, if you get the depth of the shading and stuff, I don't know if you don't get that as much on camera as in person, but they did such a good job with this one. I'm really excited about having this one in my collection. You know, he's hanging out here with Godzillas and other ones. I think did a good job. So I'm really happy with a lot of the molds that are coming out through the Droppp line. Been really happy with the shipping on Droppp. They improved so many different things. Their communications been great. They're kind of, I'm just surprised the number crunching. I don't know if it's required by the IP holder of how many they drop in packs, but it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Surprised they're dropping that high of pack. Who knows? Maybe all will come back here and say, you're crazy. They should drop more of those. Like, or maybe I'm going to be right, and it will be about a 50, maybe even higher, 60% burn. But I think it's going to be up there with burns compared to a lot of the other lines. And also the holidays, right after Black Friday and all that, unless they're doing some deals on packs we don't know about yet. You know, because Cyber Monday's happening, maybe that Tuesday, maybe they're going to do something, who knows. But I think right now, I think it's going to be a difficult sell for them. I think the holiday one, if it's Freddy, if it's done really well, the molds are done really well, there's going to be some Christmas holiday themed stuff to it with that winter railroad. Who knows if it's going to be a train or not. But you have to let me know in the comments below what you're thinking of some of these drops that are coming up. What are you even excited for It's Always Sunny? Or are you going to wait for that Freddy Winter Wonderland Railroad extravaganza of a post? I'm guessing that'll come the week right before Christmas there. Probably on that Tuesday. I think it'll drop the week before. But we still have yet to see those. We got a week or so out. 2 weeks probably out before we see anything from that, unless something's leaked. Hey, Droppp, if you want to send something to me beforehand, you know, I don't mind sharing it. I'd love to share this out because I really enjoy some of the NFT open packs on my own, open packs we video. We talk about it in several groups and things like that. And I think it's great to kind of explain what's happening, what's going on. I know there's going to be some drops happening, some changes with Droppp and how the wallets work December. So that'll be really interesting because that's part of the news as well too. And then we're still waiting for Droppp Arcade. Are coins going to be useful? Are different rarities going to be in part of it? What's going to go on with that? So excited about a lot of things coming with Droppp. Let me know what you're excited about. And what do you need to do? You need to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.